Yo, what is up guys? This is Rise and welcome to another video. The Great League is back in action and we are getting things started with a pretty spicy triple shadow team. 3 Pokemon that are all kind of fringe anti-meta picks and they all have some nice play. So Shadow Dragonair going to be really good against the elemental types. Shadow Drapion is going to be really good against those ghost types, and Shadow Beedrill good against fighters and grass types. Actually, the whole team's pretty good against grass types, so that's one advantage of it. We are pretty soft to this guy right here, Galarian Stunfisk. So we're going to do our best here in game number 1 to deal with the little bear trap, and that's the main reason we're running Aqua Tail on our Drapion. It makes the G-Fisk matchup just a little bit better because you get to these Aqua Tails so quickly. So we're going to go for another one here. We grab the second Protect Shield from the opponent, and they actually go for the Earthquake. So that's pretty good for me because it's going to be a lot of energy down the drain. I think they throw this Rock Slide right away. So their G-Fisk is now dry. I'm patient here, and he tries to catch, and it's actually a Venusaur, and this is like the perfect thing we could have seen in the back. He's going to go for what's likely a Sludge Bomb. Sludge Bomb only single resisted, whereas Frenzy would be double resisted. And we farm up, we win CMP to maximize our energy for whatever comes in. And we just need to get rid of this Altaria, and then our Dragonair should be able to win CMP. Will double X-Scissor, though, be enough here to take out the Altaria? It looks like it will be. Shadow Beedrill is a menace to society with its damage. It's not the cutest Pokemon in the world, but it inflicts a lot of damage. Dragonair, I don't know. I don't know if Dragonair is considered cute. It's more like majestic. You know, hot take. I think Drapion is kind of cute. It's like a scorpion. Comment down below if you think Drapion is cute. Out of these 3, I would say it's the cutest Pokemon on this team. Anyway. I don't know what I'm talking about. Full transparency, this team had 2 really good sets for me and 2 really bad sets. I'm showing you guys the 2 really good sets because I thought they were some more entertaining battles. But there were definitely some struggles as well. Here we see the Lantern lead in a Umbreon swap. And if you're wondering, Chris, why aren't you going Beedrill into the Umbreon? It's not a very comfortable matchup for Beedrill. 2 foul plays is going to be enough to knock out Beedrill. And Umbreon takes the X-Scissor pretty well. So, surprisingly, just because of the bulk factor, Umbreon actually beats Beedrill, believe it or not. So that's why I don't go in Beedrill here. I get hit by 2 Last Resorts, but I've got all the energy in the world. I want to at least build up the Sludge Bomb, right? Make him fearful of that, but he doesn't fall for it. Another Aqua Tail coming through. So much energy on Drapion. And we're just going to throw this next Aqua Tail right away to try and retain switch advantage. We want to keep that Dragonair on Lantern if possible. And he's going to throw a move here. And I'm like, you know what? I can probably just let this go, take shield advantage, farm down. And that's what I'm going to do. And what's going to come in? It's a Noctowl. And believe it or not, losing switch advantage there actually was the best thing that we could have done. Because now we have Dragonair on Noctowl, which is a pretty neutral matchup. And we're going to have Beedrill on Lantern. If we had Beedrill on Nock, that would have been a little scary. So I'm really glad I didn't shield. Otherwise, I might have lost this game. Who knows? Maybe I will still lose. We don't want to spoil anything. I decided to double shield because I know Noctowl can't get to another move there against Dragonair. I decided to Body Slam, and then I'm going to immediately dip into Beedrill. And what should end up happening here is it takes 7 jabs for me to get to Drill Run. And he goes up to the double Surf. Knowing Thunderbolt won't KO me, our opponent tries to get off double Surf here, but we win charge move priority with Beedrill having such a high attack. This should be enough to knock out. And then Poison Jabs will actually take down Noctowl before the wing attack. So a nice little game there. Umbreon safe swap, a little awkward since we're running Aqua Tail on Drapion. If we're running Sludge, I would presume Drapion can win that matchup pretty handedly. But we had to just kind of chip and then go into Drapion to make things more comfortable. Searching for our next opponent. Who's it gonna be? Mew, Nummel. Two very unrelated Pokemon. Dragonair versus Medi. Looked like he lagged, but he didn't. Just visual. And check out what happens here. I respect the Ice Punch. And it's just a power-up punch. Bruh. And somehow I lost CMP. I don't know how that's possible. But it is what it is. I decide to just not shield this. Like, I don't want to go down 2 shields in the lead. So it's another pup. I live it. In comes Knock, and Knock is pretty bad. So I actually decide to play very aggressively here and just swap Drapion to not give Knock any more farm than necessary. Crunch coming through. Going to take out the first shield, and we get the Crunch debuff. Now I'm aware my opponent might try and catch this next Crunch, so I might not throw right away. Oh, I do throw it right away. Okay, bit of a misplay. In comes Obstagoon. Just a very obvious catch there, right? Very obvious catch. Should have probably overfarmed by 1 more. In comes our B-Drill, and we're in a tricky spot because Knock is only 1 wing attack away from a only 1 wing attack away from a Sky attack. So it's got lots of energy. I try to go up to double X-Scissor, and unfortunately we're just not going to live that wing attack that came through. But we tried to play to our win con and just fell a little bit short, unfortunately. Well played by the opponent. Had a win con there. Maybe if I don't allow the catch, I don't know. Maybe if I don't allow the catch, I can get off 2 Aqua Tails and farm down. Maybe. Lion's Den. Another Lantern lead. Good lead for us. And check this game out. This game is a perfect example of not learning from what we did in game 1. So already off to a bad start. I let the Umbreon throw first, and then I swap B. Like, it's like we didn't learn a thing from our previous game. Like, the way we played this situation in, was it game 1 or game 2? Worked out perfectly. And for some reason, I'm like playing this super differently, disregarding how we played it in that first game. This undercharge is kind of nasty. Check this out. I undercharge it. He's 2 snarls away. 1, 2, 3. We get the perfect undercharge farm down. Unfortunately, this energy is going to go to waste against Knock. And I'm like, bruh, I need to get out of here, store this for Lantern, and I don't get it off. But it doesn't matter really, right? Like, if let's say I X-Scissor the Noctowl there, what good does that really do me? I guess I put it into crunch range, but he's got more energy. He's still got both his shields. And the Lantern is still fully healthy. I just don't think we have a whole lot of play here. We kind of have to shield. Oh, no, I guess we don't. I put it all on Dragonair. But, like, we're starting to approach Surf range, so I just top left. Like, really no point at that point of the game, in my opinion. I think I win if I just played it the same as I did the previous time. Body Slam the Umbreon, switch into Drapion. Lose switch if need be, Dragon Breath down. I think I win that game for sure. Unfortunate. Normally it's the other way around. Normally you like lose a game like that, and then you see that team again, and you're like, okay, I know how to play this now. This time it was the opposite. The first time we saw it, we played it away where we beat it. That time we misplayed it. Dragonair versus Runerigus, and comes A9. So I'm going to counter it with B. And at this point, I'm already thinking, okay, he swapped a Charm 9. It's probably double Charm. So I'm conscious of the fact that it's probably double Charm. What I decided to do is shield once, farm all the way down this way. I can actually threaten the Runerigus because my jabs aren't threatening. It's my drill runs are the only way Beedrill can really threaten this Runerigus. This would have been a really good bait opportunity. I decided to play it safe and just go for drill run. He commits a shield. Because if I had baited X-Scissor, I would have gotten to a drill run here, which would have been kind of nasty. I come in D-Nair, and I'm expecting a Charmer in back, so I'm just going to let this go through. And I'm just going to blind swap here. It's a Granbull, and I'm like, oh, baby. Can we take this thing out? With our super spammy Drapion, he lets the Aqua Tail go, knowing it's just an Aqua Tail. And we end up simultaneously KOing, but our Dragonair is just a little healthier than the Runerigus, so we get the Dragon Breath down. Nice game there. Double Poison against double Charm. Theoretically, we should win. But we also are running a triple Shadow team, which makes our team very susceptible to, like, heavy, fast move damage like Charm, especially from a Shadow Granbull. Kind of wild that that was a simul KO. I guess if I had, like, Sludge Bomb, it wouldn't have been a very close matchup. We claim the set 29-43. The set after this, I'm pretty sure I went for a ride on the struggle bus. So you see our elo has dropped to 29.86 here. Just want to be transparent. This team wasn't all wasn't all roses. We lead against the Lantern, and then there's a Noctowl. So I'm actually just going to stay in here, at least for now. Gonna shield this. Dragonair, especially its Shadow form, is quite frail. Sky Attack does over 50%, I believe. Gonna go for a Body Slam here. We grab a shield, and then I actually go for a catch here, and check this out. We caught the Shadow Ball. And it's a slight misplay from our opponent just because Sky Attack would have been enough to take out Dragonair, but it makes sense. Like, he thinks he's only going to get to one move. Might as well go for the Shadow Ball. We win CMP there. Drapion farming up extra, maybe trying to throw off our opponent's counts. So we're only 3 off the next crunch, and our opponent lets us get there. And unless there's some sort of hard answer to Beedrill in the back, we seem to be in a pretty strong position here. We get double debuffs. Double debuffs. Gonna come in here with Dragonair. I'm gonna take this and probably swap immediately. And it's an Altaria, and I'm like, oh no, man. Oh no, this is not good. And for reference, right, X-Scissor is going to take us 10 turns to get to. So we're going to get to 3 X-Scissors at the same time as Altaria would get to 2 Sky Attacks. So I need to hope that I can take this out in like 5 poison jabs here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, it lives with 1 HP, but is this over yet? Does Dragonair outpace here? It's going to be close. Both have some residual energy, and we get to the Body Slam on a CMP tie because we have the higher attack stat, and we take out the Lantern. That was a pretty epic game. Pretty epic game. By the way, last time never mind. But I have some protein hot chocolate here, and it's actually really good. It's 80 calories. Like 12 grams of protein or something, and it tastes like hot chocolate, bro. Oh my goodness gracious. The stuff they have these days when you're trying to eat your protein, get your protein intake in, eat healthy, dude. They've got some good stuff. Anyway, next opponent. What do you got for us? Noctowl. Noctowl, definitely the most common Pokemon I probably saw today in my battles. He throws first. I'm going to put up a shield here. Dragonair does not appreciate these moves, so I typically shield. Gonna go for a Body Slam. And let's see what happens here. I probably am going to throw instantly And it ends up being a CMP tie, as it should. And will I decide to commit a second shield? No, I'm going to be content letting this go. And it knocks me out. And knowing I probably can't Poison Sting down, I'm actually going to come in B. And he instant swapped into Surfetched. So I decided to let this go. I know it's just a Night Slash at worst. It does chunk. And dude, Surfetched is such a little beast. I double up here on X-Scissor. I wasn't expecting him to shield this, but he does. So I'm like, okay, I'll catch on my Drapion. And now shields are all down for him. I'm going to get a nice little farm down. I'm feeling pretty good. What could possibly be in back that would give us a problem? Could it be like double fighter? It is double fighter. So now we just got to be careful to not allow a catch on the Noctowl. But honestly, even if we did, I don't think it'd be the end of the world. We don't throw right away. So we farm up a little extra. Is Drapion going to get to another move? It already has another move for Mr. Metacham. Going to put this really low. And then we set our belt to Wombo with the combo play. And X-Scissor will, of course, be enough to KO from there. As Beedrill flutters. Well, bees don't flutter. Or do bees flutter? I don't know, man. English is wild. We got so many words and descriptions. You know what's funny is I've been told English is like one of the harder languages to learn. Us silly Americans, we probably don't really think about it that much since it's our native language, but I guess it's kind of, we have a lot of words that look the same or sound the same that mean different things. Like there. The most common example. Like foot, your foot, a foot, the measurement. Anyway, you would think Dragonair loses this. Like it gets outbulked, but check out what happens. We shield a body slam. I throw this, and I was expecting him to shield. And he just lets it go. So Dragonair wins pretty convincingly. This is bad. This is bad. And at this point, I'm like, okay, I can't allow Frost to just completely farm me down. So I swap into Drapion, just playing it kind of aggressively. Take an Avalanche. That's going to hurt. That really hurt, Charlie. We're going to bait here with the Aqua Tail. We grab a shield, and he throws, which I think does us a favor here. I think that does us a favor. Because we were only going to reach an Aqua Tail there. I think he could have lived an Aqua Tail farm down, and we might have been done for. I'm over farming. I have to shield. I probably win CMP, but I wasn't sure if X-Scissor would have KO'd from there. So that's why I over farm. Opponent makes a savage catch on the Lantern. Stores a move on Frost. So now I just have to be careful here. Luckily, it is Water Gun, which is going to allow me to over farm a little extra. And now I can store a Drill Run and an X-Scissor. And I was pretty confident I win CMP here. Frostlass knows it. Even if Frostlass won CMP, I think our Dragonair would have Dragon Breath down before they would have fast moved us down. Here we go. I think got 2 battles left in the video. K-Pine 28. Uh-oh. I think this one goes south. Dragonair versus Obstagoon. The reason I had that immediate reaction is because I had a lot of fun on stream today, but I'm pretty sure I said it at one point we had 8 GGs in chat after losses and no GGs after wins. I remembered we actually did get 1 GG after a win, that Venusaur team. But I remember specifically getting a GG after this battle, after we get completely annihilated by a Boostagoon, a Noctowl into RB. Is there any way I can make this close? Pretty wise to throw there to not let me get to another X-Scissor. I come in D-Nair, just kind of forcing him to throw. And I'm like, is there any way? Maybe there's like a Trev in back or something. And Drapion could potentially sweep. I throw on CMP here so I don't have to eat this Sky Attack. In comes Obstagoon. I go for Aqua Tail here. This ends up being a bit of a misplay. Crunch does slightly more raw damage. I should have Crunched because I think it would have KO'd. So a bit of a misplay, but it ends up being a Lantern and back. Even if we didn't take that Cross Chop, I'm pretty sure Lantern can win this matchup pretty easily, since we would have had to land 2 Crunches and they would have only had to land 1 Surf. So I just decided not to throw my energy. Not a very close game, but K-Pine sent us a GG's. So GG's, man. Very well played. Very well played. And we search for our next battle. And I just want to say, as I sip my hot chocolate, my protein hot chocolate, I appreciate the support so much from you guys. But sometimes you have those days, right? I'm sure you guys can relate, right? I'm sure you guys have days of GBL where you might lose several games in a row. You start to get a little frustrated. And imagine, like, every time you lost, you got a direct message from somebody reminding you that you lost. Like, you kind of just want to move to the next battle sometimes, right? But it's all in good fun. And who knows? We are subjective in our nature. Maybe if I was in the opposite situation and I never got any DMs no matter what, maybe I would wish I had some more interaction. So you take what you get and you make the best of it. We're in a weird spot here. Our opponent made a terrific catch on the Aqua Tail, which puts us a little bit behind here because now our Dragonair is dry and his... Was it a Sableye? His Sableye has a move. In comes Knock. Knock's going to go for the farm down here, of course, on our B. Knock has some good energy. And I'm thinking I'm in like a tricky spot here. I come in with Drapion. And I think this opponent misplaced, if I remember correctly. So I throw a Crunch here. He's got like over a Sky Attack. I decide to let one go. I know I can live one. And then at this point, I just put it all on Dragonair. I just put it all on Dragonair for fast moves. And he doesn't throw his foul play. And the only reason I can think that he didn't throw his foul play was because he knew Knock wasn't getting to a move. So he knew he had to double up on foul play to have a chance. So we get a 4-1 and a 3-2. So we get some really good sets with this team. We also had some really bad sets with this team, as I mentioned in the video. So take it as you will. It was a really fun team to run. It did struggle when I saw certain steel types in the back, like G-Fisk, like Skarmory, like Registeel. Those are a little bit tough for our back line to deal with, since we don't have like a really obvious answer, especially if they swap Registeel and they have an energy lead, then it becomes a real problem. So that's something I struggled with. Azu lead is also kind of tough because like we swapped Drapion and they seem to always like they hydro pumped us twice. It was really embarrassing. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Fun team. If you enjoyed, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you are new, comment down below. All that said, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.